Well, good morning, everybody. It's been a long time since I've talked to you viewers, and we're up to episode 70 now. Welcome along to you and to all of our viewers out there, and hope you're having a lovely Monday morning wherever you may be watching indeed. Well, should I say, I hope you're having a lovely Monday and get out there and enjoy the sunshine. Well, today, look at that. Just absolutely beautiful out here. You probably noticed that the days are getting longer, and something tells Alec and I that spring is in the air. Everywhere we look around, spring is in spring is in the air.
Every sight and every sound.
Yep, and so spring, we all love it, okay? But we can still get sick. But we're not talking about the negatives today. We're talking about the thumbs up. So, daylight saving first. What is daylight saving? Well, it's where the days are longer and the nights are shorter. And joining me now in the studio, or outside the studio, it's a very good morning to Alec Taylor.
Morning, Barry. Thanks for having me on the show.
Well, I hope you're feeling better. So, like I said, daylight saving, when does it start? The first weekend in October. So, what does it mean? Well, it means that if it's 9:47 now, it will be 10:47 in a couple of weeks. So 10 minutes to 11. Alright, so don't forget to switch your clock back or forward, sorry, on the first weekend in October, where we lose that hour of sleep. So instead of it being 9:48, it will be 10:48. So how long does daylight saving last? Here you are, from October through to the first weekend in April, when the clocks go back. Now, daylight saving, guys, it means that it's spring and summertime. Here's Alec now for his opening sequence on this.
Yeah, thanks, Barry. And absolutely, daylight savings is one of those really interesting things. Yes, we lose an hour of sleep when we first put those clocks forward, but it does mean that we get to use more of the daylight, doesn't it? And so we sort of spending more time awake through the day, and the sun is up much later in the evening, and it's a fantastic thing, really. And I've lived in Sydney most of my life and loved it, you know. And I gather they don't have daylight savings up at Brisbane because the days don't get as long.
Well, because when going to be 10:48, they will be 9:48.
Yeah. And it does cause some problems, doesn't it? That difference in time, but we have that all in Australia anyway, with time zones, don't we, across the country, where different states are in different times anyway. So it's just one of those things you kind of have to get used to.
So daylight saving, okay, you will probably get a reminder about it from the news to turn your clock or switch your clock from Eastern Standard Time to Eastern Daylight Saving Time. Okay, when does daylight saving end? Well, like I said, okay, it will end in the first weekend, on the first weekend, sorry, of April. And that means it's the fall, in the winter time. Here's Alec.
Yeah, so we get lots of time, don't we? So from basically October all the way through to the start of April, we get daylight savings, and so it's actually partway through autumn that we'll be putting the clocks back to normal time, and by then, of course, the days will be getting shorter again.
So when do the days start getting shorter? Well, basically starting around the February-March mark. And it's not getting dark so late. All right, so like there's that hour, like we said at the opening of this show program this morning, and daylight saving, we all love it. Now, there are many factors around daylight saving. Okay, we all love to sit out in the sun and enjoy the evening sun, having a barbecue or swimming with your friends after work. But, guys, we're going to say it to you, slip, slop, and slap. Here's Alec.
Yeah, that's great advice, mate. So we know that everybody living in Australia, we get a lot of sun exposure, some of the most sun exposure of all the countries in the world. So it's a very good idea for us to follow that advice, that slip, slop, flap advice. And, wear sunscreen and a hat and wear a top as well. There's no need to deliberately get sun. We get enough sun incidentally, don't we? Just going around and going places. So cover up, protect yourself, because you don't want skin cancer, all right? Skin cancer is really nasty.
Severe sunburn, so...
Yes.
So the best sun cream to use, okay? Get a good sun cream that will last you. Like if you're going in the pool or in the ocean, get a water-resistant sun cream. Look for it at your supermarket or your chemist. Here's Alec.
Yeah, great advice, Barry. That's absolutely right. You want to get one that, particularly if you're going to go in the water, you want to get one that's water resistant. You want one that has a very high sun protection factor as well, don't you? One that gives you a lot of good protection and that will stay on you for a long time.
So don't just get a cheap, nasty, crappy sun cream which won't blend in, because even if you are sitting out in the sun and you think when you put sun cream on, okay, if you've chosen the wrong sunscreen, guys, no, you will then burn to it like anything. Here's Alec.
Yeah, that's right. There are some products, out there on the market which don't really give you sun protection at all. There are some sort of coconut oils and other things, so you definitely want one that's accredited. Even maybe from the Cancer Council. You know, they produce good sunscreens, but you definitely want one that has that SPF sticker on it, and you know, preferably something like SPF 50. You know, one of those really high numbers. And you know, 4 hours water protection. You want to get a good quality sunscreen so you don't get burnt and you don't get skin cancer.
And for that, oops, what happened there?
I don't know.
As I said, don't buy cheap, crappy, nasty sun cream. I've actually got some with me today to show you in the side pocket on the right, so I'm just to show you what I mean by getting a good brand.
This one down here? No.
Yeah.
Oh, this is hand sanitizer.
No, in my backpack.
In your backpack.
I'm pouring that again.
Oh, I got one. I got it. There we go.
So, okay, guys, this is what I am referring to here. And what's the breakdown on that, Alex?
That's a good question. Let's have a look. Oh, it says June 26. So it's well and truly in date, isn't it? Still got a couple of years of effectiveness in it.
So what year does it expire?
2026. June in 2026. And it's 24 now, so it's got a good couple of years, or nearly a couple of years.
So this is the stuff you need to get.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just get Alan to put it up on screen.
There you go.
There you go.
That's the good stuff, isn't it? See, and this one is actually made by Cancer Council, isn't it? It's 50 plus, SPF 50 plus, and it's got 4 hours of water resistance as well, as you said.
So
That's a really good one.
don't buy the cheap, nasty, crappy stuff, and we just turn sirens everywhere.
Yeah. Something must be going on. Sounded like maybe police. Didn't sound like the fire engine. I think it was maybe the police.
Yeah, so now we're going to talk about how to stay safe during summer. This is segment 3 on today's show. Barry here with you, and Alec. And time is coming up to 10 o'clock here. And ways of staying safe and cool during spring and summer. Okay. Do not leave your keys in the car when you go to the beach, or leave your valuables somewhere where the thieves can get them. Here's Alex.
Yeah, that's good advice, mate, because there are some unscrupulous people who target cars during summertime. They target the beaches and they will go through people's cars and look for valuables and take them. So, yeah, good advice. Lock your car, take your keys with you, and then you're much more likely to have a good day at the beach.
And we've said this a couple of years ago on the show before I wrapped up the series. This was in 2021. Okay, if you're going to go somewhere, have a meeting point available that's suitable. Example, like we DY Surf Life Saving Club, have your mobile phone switched on, okay, so that you can give the person that you're with a call, okay, and let them know the whereabouts and what you're doing. Hear that?
Yeah, great idea, Barry. That's a really good suggestion, and it's always nice to meet other people at the beach, isn't it? And hang out with other people. So have a good meeting place, somewhere that's easy to find, and then just keep your phone with you so that if you're struggling to find each other, you can kind of talk. You can have a conversation and say where you are.
And compromise on what you're going to do at the beach, too. Hear that?
Yeah, that's right, because some different people like to do different things. Some people just like to sort of sit and look, and other people like to swim, and so, you can do all sorts of different things, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you said before, just sort of stay out of the sun through the middle of the day. Try to go either in the morning or the afternoon.
So, the hottest part of the day is between 11 and 3, I think.
Yeah.
But I'll just get Alec to clarify that.
Well, it certainly is in daylight savings, right? Because
So,
that's the middle of the day during daylight savings is when you have the sunniest time of day between 11 and...
so while I'm talking to you, okay, have fun at the beach and swim between the red and yellow flags, not outside them. Hear that?
Yes, that's right. It's those flags are the areas where they are patrolled. That's where if you get into trouble in the water, the surf lifesavers can come in and help you. Although interestingly, apparently they do save people outside the flags all the time. But it just means that it's the safer place to swim. That's where everyone should be swimming. If you're going to go in the water, go between the flags.
Or swim between the flags, guys, because you only have the one life, so please don't be stupid. I mean, okay, there's no time for stupidity, okay? It's your life that you are putting on the line. Hear that?
Yeah, absolutely. So you want to be safe. And the good thing is usually if the beach is too dangerous to swim, usually the surf lifesavers will put signs up saying that. And they will say, don't go in the water now, it's not safe. So usually they're checking to make sure it's safe. And if you're worried that maybe the surf's too big or there's too much of a rip, then just don't go in, just
Or don't get caught in rips, guys. Please, you don't want to take the risk.
Yep.
So, this segment, the whole segment today is about daylight saving and all of that. So, we're also going to be talking about healthy eating during the summer, and that's next.
Nice.
Well, it's coming into the spring and summer season. It's time to pack away the slow cookers and pressure cookers and think about nice, healthy spring meals. Now, why bother wasting time cooking on a 40-degree day? Whip up a salad that is quick and easy and that the family can enjoy. Here's Alex.
Yeah, great idea, mate. So no need to cook something hot on one of those hot summer days. Much better to have a nice cool salad, and it's better for you as well, maybe, or a lot of the time it'll be better for you as well.
And you can have a couple of slices of bread that go on the side, okay? Make it into a sandwich. So you can even bring salad sandwiches to work, but like I've said, guys, on many of the shows I've brought to you, check the date of the ingredients and when you last use them. Here's Alec.
Yeah, good advice, Barry. So you do want to make sure that all the stuff that you use for your sandwiches, all the ingredients that you use for your salad are in date, and they're not going to make you sick. They're nice and fresh, and then you're going to have they'll actually taste nicer too. So fresh food generally tastes nicer, so you'll have a more yummy lunch.
So please, guys, don't take the risk of getting a stomach bug. You want to have good, fresh, wholesome ingredients for your summer. Okay, and the basic idea, guys, okay, you have to look at the date first, see when it was last opened, and how good it is, or if it's not good at all. Here's Alex.
Yeah, that's right. So if you have opened something, even if it's still in date, it's a good idea to have a bit of a look at it, isn't it? Make sure that it's still looking good, still smelling good, and it's still in good condition. But usually if you've opened something and it's in date and you've kept it in the fridge, usually it'll be fine.
So, another thing too with perishable foods during summer, never leave them out in the sun. Keep them in the fridge until you are ready to use them. But we will talk more about that in a minute. Okay? It is important to eat healthy during summer and spring. Okay? Don't eat crap, okay? But that's just my way of putting it. Okay, don't fill up on McDonald's or hot chips or pizzas or sausage rolls, your fish and chips, everything in moderation, guys. Here's Alec.
Yeah, absolutely, Barry. So everything in moderation, not too much junk food, try and stay healthy. It's good for your body to eat healthier foods. Don't eat too much junk food, particularly during summer and spring. Yeah, absolutely. Good advice, mate.
So it's okay to have a treat, but every now and again, but not every day. And like I've been practicing good eating and drinking skills too, not eating huge meals and cutting down on things like the bread, the snacks and things like that. So if you want to have a snack, cut up some celery and carrot sticks, okay, and make a hummus out of or you can have it with peanut butter. Here's Alex.
Yeah, that's a much healthier snack, isn't it? So rather than, cracking into a packet of chips or a chocolate bar, why not have, some carrots and celery with a little bit of hummus. Very yummy snack, but also a lot better for you.
And what about cucumber sticks?
Yeah, nice. Yeah, and very yummy. crisp, and particularly on a hot day, right? A nice cool cucumber tastes really delicious.
Well, as you can hear in the background, bugs is happening. They're having a good time in there. So now we're going to talk about lunch, healthy lunches, okay? And that's the last segment of the show today. Well, our last segment today is healthy lunches for the summer. Now, if you've ever heard of gado, which is an Indonesian salad, you can make that here now.
Yeah, that sounds great. Indonesian salad sounds really yummy, but I don't know much about it. Can you tell us about gado? What's in it?
It's hard-boiled eggs, and then you've got a peanut sauce.
Nice. Sounds really yummy.
You might like to look up the recipe for
A
it.
recipe for gado. That's a good idea.
So, there are plenty of salads you can make today. Like a pasta salad, like you cook up your pasta and then let it go cold and then add your carrot, celery, cucumber, diced ham, some diced cheese, whatever you've got in the fridge. Here's ours.
Mate, yes, that absolutely sounds delicious. You are making me hungry with all of this talk about food. And I have looked up your recipe for gado. And there, as you say, there's a really yummy sort of peanut sauce. And it says to use salad, but actually almost any salad, right? So they use spinach and bean sprouts and potatoes and cucumbers. But you can use all sorts of different types of salad, can't you?
Yeah, and like I said, I've been saying, why bother, why bother cooking over a hot stove or slaving over a hot stove when it's been a 35-degree day? You just want to something good, okay, something wholesome for the family, like a pasta salad or even a potato salad. You can even have good potato salad too. Here's Alex.
Yeah, both of those dishes are really nice cold, aren't they? So a potato salad or a pasta salad. You can prep them beforehand and leave them in the fridge and then just eat them cold, and they're delicious, yummy foods for spring or summer.
And served with bread rolls as well.
Yeah.
And if you're having a picnic away from home, guys, make sure that the food is still nice and cold when you get to your destination. Here's out.
Yeah, that is a really good piece of advice, particularly if you're traveling in the car for a while. You want to keep the food nice and fresh, and of course one good way of doing that is to have an esky with an ice brick in it, and then you can put all the food in the esky and the ice brick will keep it nice and cool.
So, summer picnics, okay? It's great to have summer picnics, and why don't you take along some of the salads that I mentioned with some cold meats? Here's Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great suggestion. So a really yummy summer picnic would be to pack that esky full of cold meats and the salads that you've been talking about, and keep it nice and cool and fresh, and then have a really yummy meal for lunch. Sounds great.
And if you're having a barbecue during the summer too, which we'll close the show with, please make sure that you have good fresh ingredients, okay, good sausages, and a clean barbecue. Hear that one?
Yeah, absolutely, Barry. And lots of people love to barbie, particularly during the summer, don't they? Have some nice sausages, maybe go to the butcher, buy some fresh ones that they've just made, maybe some steaks or lamb chops, something like that. Cook them up on the barbie. Go really well with the salads that you were talking about earlier. Sounds like a really yummy summer lunch.
So check the weather conditions too before you head out, and don't forget the air guard, guys, because the flies are gonna start flying around soon. They'll go bzzz, and then they'll get on your food. Louis the Fly on Louis the Fly, straight from
Rubbish to you.
So, don't forget the air guard, guys. Here's Alex.
Yeah, that's a good idea as well, mate. So if you're heading out for a picnic, the flies can be a bit annoying, can't they? So put a bit of air guard on, and it should keep them away. Really good advice.
And remember, winter is almost over, and you can smell the flowers. Here's Alex.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. We're definitely into spring now, aren't we? And you can see the freesias on the verges are popping up and flowering now, and all sorts of plants are flowering, and really loving the extra sun that they're getting, and it's definitely great to see the changing of the season.
Well, we're all fed up with the winter, I can tell you. Well, before we do go today, our opening segments, just recapping that again for you. Okay, daylight saving, don't forget to put your clock for 1 hour on the first weekend in October, and I'll just get out to clarify that just to make sure I haven't made a mistake here.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
So-
Daylight saving in Sydney, 2024.
Yeah. So
Sunday the 6th of October.
Sunday the 6th of October, and when is Labor Day, mate?
Labor Day. I'm not sure, mate. Labor Day.
So daylight saving
The 7th.
kicks in on Sunday the 6th of October, 2 a.m. in the morning. So that means 2 a.m. will become 3 a.m. and it will finish on the first Sunday in April in 2025. And daylight saving will finish
The first Sunday in April.
and the date is,
Give me a second. Here we go. It is the 6th.
the 6th.
Yep. The 6th of April. That's pretty easy, isn't it?
So if daylight saving starts on the 6th of October,
Yep.
it finishes on the 6th of April.
That's
So,
easy to remember, isn't it? And you're
Oh.
right about Labor Day. So Labor Day is the 7th of October, so it's changing on the October long weekend.
so October, November, December, January, February, March, 6 months of light, and you know, it's been absolutely great to have those warm nights, but unfortunately we had to put away the winter woolies for a bit. Okay, because winter is drawing to a close, and also drinking coffee, eating coffee, not throwing up in the junk food, guys, because you don't want to end up putting on weight. Here's Alex.
Yeah, that's great advice, mate. So eating healthy and really enjoying the extra long days with daylight savings. Have a great time over spring and summer.
And we'll be back with you next Monday, of course, and we're going to talk about good barbecues, good barbecue techniques. Okay, if you're having a barbecue away from home, and what to do with the total fire ban. So, the community message that I always close each program with, and I've been saying that, bringing it to you since this series really started, please don't be an absolute stupid fool with 000 and tie up the emergency services with a prank or nuisance call. Here's Alec now to close our show with that.
Yeah, thanks, Barry. Always a good community service announcement to only use 000 in an emergency. Don't call them if it's not an emergency, and definitely don't prank call them. Don't be silly with it. It's a serious service, and it needs to be available for people who need it.
Like myself.
Yep, sometimes people really genuinely need it, and you can't afford to have it being occupied with people who don't need it.
Like, don't tell the operator, the ambulance service that your car won't start, or get the NRMA guys if your car won't start, or don't tell them that your souffle's not rising in the oven, or you need a place of delivery, or you dropped your M&Ms, or you want your gas put back on, or you're married to someone, because that's not what 000 is all about. They are there to save the genuine lives of you and anyone else. So I'm going to put it out there that 000 is only to be used in an emergency. So please do not bother around with it. And that's where we'd like to end episode 74 this Monday, the 26th of August. And just a reminder, we almost forgot, the Paralympic Games start on the Wednesday, I think.
I'll look it up, mate. I was wondering when they started. That's
So,
pretty exciting,
the
isn't it?
28th of August, they start. So, check your local guides and time.
Which is the 29th in Australia. So 28th in Paris, which is very early in the morning on the 29th, Thursday the 29th of August for us, which is this Thursday coming up.
Yeah, so if you want to support the Paralympics, please do so. There's plenty of sport for you and your mates to watch. Okay, you can even whip up a healthy lunch and watch the game there. And also on the next show we'll be talking about how to prepare for a grand final party for the football. So plenty more to talk about on episode 71. This has been Barry Fair. The time is now 10 on Monday. I'm off to join the cooking program now, and it's a zucchini slice today. I've even put in $5 for it, so.
Nice.
So I'm off to see what the cooking mother up to, so here's Alex to say farewell and just reminding you about Triple O once more. It is not a number for game playing or chit chatting. Here's Alex to take us out with that.
Thanks, Barry. Thanks for having me on the show, mate.
And thank you, everybody. Thank you to all the viewers. Thank you for helping me get to the 70th episode. And we are sorry that we could not bring you that show last week. So until then, as John Burke used to say, hello. See you next week. Bye-bye.